Hello and welcome to the Herzog Leadership Series. My name is Riley Stapleton, and today I'm joined by Ryan Crawford, our Vice President of Ballast Operations and Railcar Leasing here at Herzog. Ryan, thank you so much for joining me.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
To jump right in, I am just interested to hear kind of about the story of your career, where you started, and how you've worked your way up to your current position.
Right. So, my dad actually worked at Herzog for 45 plus years, and so I've known Herzog all my life. Used to travel the country with him back when I was little, and so just grew up in the Herzog family. And then after college, decided to pursue Herzog and actually start out as a ballast car technician, and just kind of did that for a couple of years, and then worked my way up from there. Led me to the rail car shop. Was plant manager around there for a handful of years. And before I took over the ballast division in 2011. And so, yeah, I've been here 23 years now and worked my way up to being vice president of the ballast operations.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you said Herzog's been in your life for as long as you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, we've got the whole culture playbook, all the culture spelled out now. Do you think that a lot of what we go by now is something that you were exposed to when you were really young?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's, when we first began working on the playbook, you kind of, everybody would always ask you questions, about the culture and things, and you could, you knew if something wasn't right, but you couldn't ever just pinpoint exactly what the culture was. But it was just kind of always instilled in us, Mm-hmm. I can only imagine from Bill, and it just went on from there. But, anyone I was ever working for and directly, and then just as my dad worked here, just knowing how Herzog wanted things done, and just taking care of the people, our employees, and taking care of our customers, and just getting the job done, and doing it right, and do it right the first time. Mm-hmm. If a mistake happens, learn from it, and just, and continue to get better. But yeah, it was always there. It's just, it's great now to actually have on paper to where we can all follow along. But
yeah. I guess we've kind of been touching on it with the culture, but do you have, specific values or beliefs that you live by that have really helped you?
Yeah, it's just, I think just that work hard. Whenever I first started, it was always just, I didn't want to, make my dad look foolish for bringing me on. So that's kind of where it started at. I didn't want to have him be getting crap at work about, who brought this guy on. But, I think just, work hard, just, want to continue to do better. You want to be able to eventually, you want to be able to take care of your family and everything. You want to continue to rise. I think I always wanted to just keep moving up. I wanted more responsibility, and I just truly love the company and want to make sure that there's always a Herzog, and wanted to always make sure that our customers seeing what we see, and that we're doing the best, and we want to be the number one in the industry for what we're doing. So I just always wanted to just keep getting better, and like I say, just keep listening and to the people that before us, and learn from them and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. On the more technical side, do you think that you have any innate skills or abilities that have helped you?
Oh, I think probably just being more, maybe, I guess, people person, just to be able to listen to people and understand, and kind of, deal with different personalities and things like that. Everybody's different, so you got to be able to work with everyone. So I think it's just always, whether, certain customers, if something is wrong, be able to deal with if they're upset, how to handle those situations. Having an employee upset, or, having to deal with an employee that's made a mistake, things like that. I think it's just being more of a, just showing patience and things, but just being able to work with people, and how to be organized, and putting people in the right spots, and where we need them, and what we need to do, and staying on top of things. Don't let things just continue to build up, get on top of things early and knock it out, and and just keeping the values in the forefront of our guys' minds that are doing the job in the field, and things like that. So.
Yeah, that kind of leads right into my next question, which was about challenges that you see as a leader, and kind of how you overcome them. But when I asked that, I feel like a common answer is a lot of people, a lot of personalities.
Right, correct. Yeah. I mean, it's just, constantly just, especially in our field, all of our guys are spread out all over the country, so I can't just show up to one spot and be able to talk to all of them. So, I mean, you got to be able to get out and get around to all the different guys, and, they're traveling a lot. So, it's just, they've got, family issues at home, things they're having to deal with. So everybody's got something different going on in their lives and things. So you just got to be able to communicate with them, listen, understand what they're going through. But at the end of the day, we're also here to get a job done. And so what we need to get done. And so I think, the biggest challenge is, communication, and just making sure that with as spread out as our guys are, is just that they all feel like they are a part of this, because they are a part of this and things.
Yeah. While we're talking about challenges and such, do you think that there's been a moment in your career where you've made a mistake, but you look back now and you think that that was a really great learning opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's always is. Also, my personality is I want to try to just handle the things myself. I think a lot of people, they want to take care of it, and make the decision and get everything taken care of themselves and stuff. So I think it's probably just making sure that always running things up the ladder, make sure we're all talking, everybody's on the same page. And so I think it's, it all comes back to the same thing. Communication is just, before jumping out onto something and going ahead and just making a decision. It may still be the correct decision, but making sure you're getting everybody else involved and getting everybody's opinions. And so you always learn from that, I think, just, making sure you're taking the time and press and pause.
Yeah. So now you're in a vice president position, leadership position.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the variety of positions you've been in, but in this current role, what is continuing to motivate you to pursue excellence?
Clearly just so there's always a perpetual Herzog, but I get really excited whenever just being around customers and stuff, and just knowing that we're, their number one supplier, and that we're tops in industry. And when they want something, yes, we may have premium pricing, but we also deliver a premium service. And so, it always motivates me just to make sure that we don't lose any ground, and continue to get better. Don't rest on our laurels and just think that we're just gonna, we can just wake up and it's just on autopilot or anything. We got to continue to keep developing new technology, continue to keep, getting better, even with the current technology out there. Don't let anything. Don't ever let up, basically. Don't let anything down on the equipment, and have our customers upset, and taking care of our employees and making sure that they're all understanding that it's all one. Everybody owns that 20 square feet of the company, and everybody is just as important as the next guy. I'm here to support everyone out in the field that is doing the job. They're the ones showing up in the middle of the night and taking care of our customers. And so I think just always making sure that from the newest guy coming in to the one that's been here the longest, that we're all, on the same page and still all want to get the same goal, and that's to be the best. And
So correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you might be a little bit competitive.
Yeah,
Did you say that?
probably. Yeah, yeah. Even within Herzog, you want to be the best within Herzog. We have a lot of great divisions, but I want to make sure ballast is always, number one, and whether that's there's nothing. We don't have a stat that shows who is number one or anything. But in my mind, I want to always make sure that we're doing everything we can. That Brad's got a lot of headaches. I want to make sure ballast isn't one of them. So yeah. I try to be sure that we're doing our job and kicking cars out and doing the right things and taking care of our customers. So.
Yeah, well, if you have, a company buying the culture that we have, with the we over me power of the team, kind of one common goal, but then within that, you got a little friendly competition between divisions of everyone trying to be the best. Seems like a pretty good formula for success.
Yeah, it's just like I'm a big sports guy. I mean, any sports team. I mean, you know, you may be the best, you know, running back on the team today, but they're going to bring in a younger, faster guy, and so it's only going to help but push, you know. And then at the end of the day, the team's going to be better at the end. So you got to always keep every day waking up, and you know, if you know, we always say, you know, be better today than you was yesterday, be better tomorrow than you are today. I mean, it's just, and it's true, you know, you just got to continue to keep getting better. Everybody's going to have a down day, everything, you know, everybody's, like I say, has got things going on, but just refocus yourself and keep pushing. So.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron. So.
Correct.
Last question I have for you is just if there was someone watching this that wanted to be in your shoes one day, what is one piece of advice you would give them?
I'd say, I mean, you know, I think when it comes to like even say education and stuff, you know, the best thing about Herzog, I feel, is, I mean, you don't have to have a double PhD to work here, you know? I mean, if you can come in and be an honest, hardworking person and listen to the people that came before you and just understanding our culture and want to be part of something special, I mean, you can do amazing things around here, you know? I mean, you can just, you know, the sky's the limit, really. I mean, you just got to come in and want to continue to keep getting better every day, but learn from your mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but just learn from them and keep getting better. And like I say, I mean, you can, it's a great just family atmosphere company. I mean, you know, 2,800 people, but you know, we're all one Herzog, and we're all there for each other, and you know, just work hard and be honest.